we are like the third. That's what the report is saying. We are the the third largest borrowers, ranking third globally with about $18.7 billion rather in exposure. How did we get to this point? It's looking like we have gotten so much into our hand when it comes to borrowing, and it's looking like it's something that we can't even run away from. We are here, the third globally. What do you make of it?
Thank you very much. In our first 55 years of independence, that's up to the end of the Muhammadu Buhari regime, the total debt profile of Nigeria was about 49 trillion. In the 2 years plus of this Bola Tinubu regime, it has increased to 142 trillion. 142 trillion, that's almost an extra 100 trillion in 2 years plus. And you ask yourself, what was this borrowing for? What tangible things has this regime done with this over 100 trillion it has borrowed? And then when you realize that, and you look at the person who is making these comments about the debt profile, that is Wale Edun, who is the coordinating minister of the economy. It's like a man who deliberately sets fire on a house, stacks firewood, brings fuel, lights the fire, and now goes around saying fire, fire, fire. These characters are the main cause of the high debt profile in Nigeria, and they have messed up the national economy, and they have the guts to begin to think of increasing the revenue. From who? Is it from the corporate bodies who have already left the country, or from the pauperized citizens who they are going to extract blood from in the name of taxation? Now, if you use Google is everybody's friend. Ask yourself, what major infrastructure projects has this regime done? Nothing. I mean, they will tell you the coastal road project, Lagos Calabar Road. They will mention the Sokoto Badagry. Those are scams. Why do I call them scams? We have a procurement law in Nigeria that calls for bidding, calls for proper evaluation, calls for environmental impact assessment before contracts are awarded. So when you award these contracts for the coastal road and the Lagos Badagry Road, Lagos Sokoto Road, without following the due process, you are committing crimes. They are scams. So this government has borrowed. In fact, in one instance, they announced that the price of the coastal road project was 15 trillion. And this was borrowed funds. So the man who is making Wale Edu, he is the coordinating minister of the economy. He has presided over the scam and the fraud, and is daring to tell Nigerians that they have to increase revenue. The revenue, what kind of revenue is that? Like Dr. said in the studio, the basic thing they can do is to cut the cost of governance. Nigeria is the only country in the world that goes to borrow money, and you have the government officials arriving with 5-6 private jets. Meanwhile, the ministers of those countries you are going to meet, they ride in public trains to meet with you. And you arrive in the countries with private jets, and you expect them to take you serious? They can't take Nigeria serious. I mean, and when you look at what they have borrowed these monies for, it's just pure brazen robbery. Let me give you a critical example. The same Chinese company built railway lines in Nigeria and in Ethiopia at the same time. CCECC. The one they built in Ethiopia crossed through desert, marshlands, had very high elevations, is electrified. That is the Addis Ababa to Djibouti line. That one cost them $4.4 million per kilometer. $4.4 million per kilometer, and it's over 700 kilometers. In Nigeria, these scammers, who we call the government, they built a Lagos to Ibadan railway line that is single track. The one in Ethiopia is double track. It's not electrified, and it passes through virtually plain lands, and maybe there's some forest areas. And the cost per kilometer is 9.6, more than double the one that passes through very dangerous terrain. So these characters who are reading about us have poured fuel, have lit Nigeria on fire, and they are shamelessly trying to tax Nigerians when they can easily cut their cost of governance. Mr. Bola Tinubu has over 25 SAs on media. On media only, 25 that's special assistants. Even the Minister of Finance who is talking, he travels abroad in first class, stays in choicest hotels, and he's talking of taxing Nigerians to pay for his profligacy. Come on. I mean, these guys don't take Nigerians serious. That's the bottom line. They don't take Nigerians serious. So we should take ourselves serious and show them the way out at the next possible elections time. That's how it should work.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so very much, Barrister, for